Let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you looked in a mirror and thought, "That's not the body I used to have"? I'm not talking about wrinkles or gray hair, those are badges of wisdom. I'm talking about the way your muscles have slowly shrunk over the years, the way you feel a little weaker each time you carry groceries, climb stairs, or even get up from a chair. If you're over 65, this isn't just normal aging. This is something with a name. It's called sarcopenia, and it's silently stealing muscle from millions of older adults every single year. Here's the truth most doctors won't tell you: you can actually reverse muscle loss naturally, without dangerous drugs, expensive gym memberships, or endless protein shakes that upset your stomach. And the answer is hiding in something so simple, so everyday, you might have walked right past it in your grocery store this week. Yes, vegetables. But not just any vegetables. Today, I'm going to reveal 5 specific vegetables that research shows can actually rebuild muscle tissue, restore strength, and give you back that vitality you thought was gone for good. And if you're thinking, vegetables? Really, Doc? I thought I needed steak and protein powder. Stick with me. Because by the end of this, you'll see why certain plant compounds can turn back the clock on your muscles, and why one 78-year-old patient of mine went from barely lifting a teacup to carrying her granddaughter around the park, all thanks to a simple change in her diet. But first, let me say, welcome back to our channel. I'm Dr. Marcus Vale, and here, we cut through the noise and bring you proven, science-backed health tips designed for seniors who want to stay sharp, strong, and independent well into their golden years. If you've been feeling weaker lately, if your legs tire faster, or if you've noticed your arms don't have the same strength they once did, you are in exactly the right place. I remember when I first met Helen. She was 78 years old, fiercely independent, and one of the most determined people I've ever met. But she came into my clinic almost in tears because she felt like her body was betraying her. She said, "Doc, I can't even open a jar of pickles anymore. My arms feel hollow. My legs, they're like jelly." Helen had always been active. She gardened, she baked, she walked every morning. But over the past 5 years, she noticed her strength fading. First, it was struggling to lift her watering can. Then it was needing to hold on to furniture to stand up. Eventually, she couldn't carry her laundry basket without stopping to rest. When I examined her, it was clear, Helen had sarcopenia. She'd lost so much muscle mass that even basic daily tasks were exhausting. Now, most doctors would have told her, "Well, that's just aging. Maybe take some protein supplements and see what happens." But I knew there was a better way, a way grounded in cutting-edge nutritional science. See, the key to fighting sarcopenia isn't just about eating more protein. Protein is important, yes, but muscle health is also about nutrient absorption, inflammation control, and mitochondrial function, and certain vegetables contain compounds that directly address all 3. I gave Helen a list of 5 vegetables to eat at least 4 times a week. She thought I was joking. But within 6 weeks, she started noticing the difference. Her grip strength improved. Her legs didn't feel so shaky. She could walk longer without stopping. By the 3-month mark, she was back to carrying groceries up her stairs, without help. I'll share Helen's exact vegetable plan in a moment. But before we dive into the list, you need to understand why muscle loss happens after 65, and why the usual, just eat more meat, advice often fails. When you pass the age of 60, your body naturally produces less of certain hormones like testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone, all of which help maintain muscle mass. Your cells also become less efficient at using protein to build muscle, a process called anabolic resistance. This means even if you eat the same amount of protein you did at 40, your body just doesn't use it as well. On top of that, inflammation increases with age, and chronic inflammation is like rust for your muscles. It weakens the fibers, slows repair, and makes you more likely to lose strength. Now here's where vegetables come in. The right vegetables can activate muscle-building pathways in your body, even without exercise. Reduce inflammation so muscle fibers can repair faster. Improve blood flow, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to muscle tissue. Boost mitochondrial health, giving your muscles more energy to function. And these 5 vegetables I'm about to share. They've been studied for their ability to do exactly that. As we continue, I'm going to walk you through the first 2 vegetables on this list, including one that acts almost like a natural steroid for your muscles, without the side effects, and I'll show you exactly how Helen used it in her meals. Let's dive right in. The first vegetable on our list might surprise you, because it's something you've probably seen 1,000 times in the grocery store, and maybe even ignored. But for older adults, it's one of the most powerful natural muscle support foods you can eat. Vegetable number 1, spinach, the muscle-activating green. Now, I'm not here to give Popeye all the credit, but he was onto something. Spinach is rich in compounds called nitrates, and these nitrates improve the efficiency of your mitochondria, the energy factories, inside your muscle cells. Think of your mitochondria like the engines in your car. As we age, those engines start sputtering. Nitrates help them run smoothly again, giving your muscles more endurance and strength. In fact, a study from the Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who regularly consumed spinach and other nitrate-rich greens had muscle function comparable to people a decade younger. That's huge. And here's the thing, nitrates don't just help you maintain muscle, they help you activate it. This means when you use your muscles, whether it's walking, climbing stairs, or even lifting light weights, your body is better able to respond and rebuild. How Helen used it. When I told Helen about spinach, she wrinkled her nose. "Doc, I'm not a salad person," she said. So instead, we started small. She blended a handful of fresh spinach into her morning smoothie. Sometimes she'd sauté it with garlic and olive oil for dinner. Within weeks, she told me, "I feel like my legs have more spring in them." That wasn't her imagination, that was nitrate magic at work. Vegetable number 2, beets, nature's muscle pump. If spinach is the spark plug for your muscle engines, beets are like a turbocharger. They're loaded with the same natural nitrates, but they also contain betalains, powerful antioxidants that reduce inflammation and protect muscle fibers from damage. And here's where it gets exciting, beets don't just improve muscle endurance, they improve blood flow. More blood flow means more oxygen and nutrients delivered to your muscles, which helps them recover faster and grow stronger. A clinical trial published in the Journals of Gerontology showed that older adults who drank beetroot juice before exercise could walk further, faster, and with less fatigue than those who didn't. That's the kind of edge we want as we age. How Helen used it. We had Helen roast beets and slice them over her lunch salads. Sometimes she'd drink a small glass of beet juice before her afternoon walks. Within a month, she noticed she wasn't getting winded as quickly. She even told me her walks were starting to feel easy, a phrase she hadn't used in years. Now, you might be wondering, Doc, is it just these 2 vegetables? Not even close. These are just the warm-up. In part 3, we'll cover 2 more vegetables that actually trigger your body's muscle-building hormones, and one that acts like a cellular repair crew for your muscle tissue. If you think spinach and beets are impressive, wait until you hear what's next. Let's keep this momentum going. The next vegetable isn't just food, it's a signal to your body that says, hey, time to build muscle again. Vegetable number 3, asparagus, the hormone booster. Asparagus is more than a springtime side dish. It contains compounds like asparagine and vitamin K2, which help regulate hormones that decline with age, particularly growth hormone and testosterone, both crucial for maintaining and rebuilding muscle. When you're over 65, your natural hormone levels are already much lower than they were in your 40s, so every bit of nutritional support counts. Asparagus essentially helps turn up the volume on those muscle-building signals, making your workouts, or even your daily activities, more effective at preserving strength. How Helen used it. Helen started steaming asparagus a few times a week and drizzling it with olive oil and lemon. Simple, quick, and delicious. Within a few weeks, she told me, Doc, I swear I'm getting up from my chair faster. That wasn't just her imagination, it was her hormones responding to the nutrients. Vegetable number 4, Brussels sprouts, the muscle shield. These little green orbs are part of the cruciferous vegetable family and are loaded with sulforaphane, a compound that protects your muscle cells from oxidative stress and inflammation. Think of sulforaphane as a shield that keeps your muscle fibers safe from the microscopic wear and tear that comes with aging. But Brussels sprouts also support detoxification, which can reduce the inflammatory burden on your muscles and joints, helping you stay mobile and strong. How Helen used it. We had her roast Brussels sprouts until they were crispy on the outside and tender inside. It's like eating popcorn, but good for me, she laughed. Over time, she found her muscles didn't feel as sore after gardening or long walks. Vegetable number 5, sweet potatoes, the cellular repair crew. Last but definitely not least, sweet potatoes. Why? Because they're packed with beta-carotene, vitamin C, and slow-digesting carbs that replenish muscle glycogen. This gives your muscles the fuel they need to repair after activity, even if that activity is just a long day of errands or playing with your grandkids. Sweet potatoes also help improve insulin sensitivity, which means the nutrients you eat are more likely to go into your muscle cells, not get stored as fat. How Helen used it. She swapped her usual white potatoes for baked sweet potatoes a few times a week. Sometimes she'd mash them with a little cinnamon for dessert. Her energy levels improved, and she said she felt less wiped out at the end of the day. Now you have the same 5-vegetable blueprint I gave Helen, and just like her, you can start seeing changes in your strength, endurance, and confidence in as little as a few weeks. But we're not done yet. As we continue, I'm going to show you exactly how to combine these vegetables into easy, senior-friendly meals that work with your lifestyle, not against it, so you can actually stick with this and enjoy the results. So here's my challenge to you, Don't just watch this video and think, that sounds interesting. Pick one of these vegetables and make it part of your plate this week. Try it for 7 days and notice how your body responds. You might feel stronger walking up the stairs, less wobbly getting out of bed, or even notice your clothes fitting differently. Small, consistent choices add up to big changes, and that's how you take control of your health after 65. And remember, it's never too late. Your muscles are not gone forever. With the right nutrition, movement, and mindset, you can literally rebuild strength from the inside out. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and tap the like button. It tells me this is the kind of content you want more of. Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss my latest science-backed tips. And before you go, watch this next video right here. It's all about a simple evening drink that boosts memory, improves sleep, and helps reverse brain fog. If you care about your brain as much as your muscles, you don't want to miss it. I'm Dr. Marcus Vale, and until next time, stay strong, stay healthy, and keep moving forward.